Hi guys, and welcome to the Stephen King Cemetery Club. I'm not the biggest fan of the Ballad of the Flexible Bullet. It's too long for my liking, and it deals with little mystical elves, which, I don't know, I don't have much patience for elves. But we start out at a dinner party. So we have a writer and his wife, we have the agent and the agent's wife, and then we have an editor. And the editor is the one who tells us this tale. Now he has gone through a lot of shit. He had a really good job, he drank too much, and it started taking over his life. And at the time that the alcohol started taking over his life, he had a client named Reg who had written a story called Ballad of the Flexible Bullet. Quote, Reg Thorpe knew about going crazy because he was engaged in going there. The story probably appealed to me because I was also going there. Page 500. So their craziness is kind of on the same track. Reg thinks he has a luck elf, which he calls a fornet. And so he lives in Reg's typewriter, and he puts food into the typewriter. The luck elf helps him write his stories. Now, the wife was going the wife was tolerating it and encouraging it, this behavior, although it quickly escalated into a paranoia where Reg thought he was being watched. He thought that all these government agencies were after him and his luck elf. His elf's name is Rachni. The editor, when corresponding with Reg, would pretend that he also had a luck elf, which he named Bellis. So Reg was super relieved that someone else knew about these fornets, and the editor kind of kept this delusion going, and the wife, Reg's wife, had told the editor to do this, and he went along with it, so they enabled Reg quite a bit. The story gets pulled from the magazine. It's slated to go to print in January, but they've made some big company-wide decisions about not publishing fiction anymore. So, unfortunately, Reg's story is going to get cut because I think the last time to publish a story would be in December, and they already have someone lined up, can't do it. So the editor decides he wants to publish the story on his own. So he goes through his own psychosis at this time, and he struggles to find a way to publish Reg's piece. And then it does take a weird turn where the fornets are proven to be real, because the editor has cut his own electricity. He doesn't like anything in his apartment that is going to give him any kind of current or radiation, anything like that. And one day he's going to move out of his apartment. He sees that his typewriter is on the ground, and the editor sees a hand coming up out of the typewriter, a little hand, and pushing down on the keys. He sees a message that's written to him from Bellis, his fornet, which is real, saying that Rachni is dying. And he's dying at the hands of a small child that is at Reg's house. So we find out this is true. This has happened. Rachni is in the typewriter. There's a little boy who is the son of the housekeeper who's helping out at Reg's place. He has some toy ray gun that he is shooting over and over into the typewriter, and it has some sort of glass casing to it so you can see inside the typewriter, and the boy shoots him enough to kill him, and he screams and he explodes. There's like blood on the inside of the typewriter. Reg is furious, and he ends up shooting his wife, who tries to stop him from shooting the kid. He shoots the kid and the kid's mom, and then he shoots himself and dies. So Reg dies, everyone else is alive. And that's the story. I don't know, I don't care about the fornets. I think if it had been a shorter story, I would have been more invested, but it's I don't know, kind of a weird little science fiction short story and not really my cup of tea. Have a spooky day. Something about it though always reminds me of Wonder Boys, which I do like. I like Wonder Boys.